One day, Devlin, Jingwen, and Heyy are watching the TV in their room. Then, an advertisement comes out.
Using the time-honored tradition and Italian passion,
It will be great to have toast bread with coffee or
Ayo, how old-fashioned are you? For me, it would be great with Western toast bread.
Hey, wait! Devlin, Chris got toaster. We should borrow from him, huh?
If we suddenly borrow from him with no reason, right?
Hey girls, remember Dr. Chan could give us an assignment, right? I think we can use this excuse to borrow the toaster.
Great, but don't tell him we're gonna use that toaster for other purpose.
Sure.
After that, they decided to tell Terrence that they are going to using the toaster as their real-life examples for their dynamics assignments. So Terrence agreed. But before that, Terrence will do the intro and the ending part for the video before they let it to the toaster to them.
Yo everyone, my name is Terrence. Hi. First of all, I'm not a YouTuber, so don't expect for the content. So for this video is about my group assignments with Devlin, Jingwen, Heyy, and Songyi. So our assignment is to show a real life examples that related to dynamics. Bang, apa tu dynamic? Google please. So dynamic is a kinematics which describes motion without regards to its causes in terms of position, velocity and acceleration, and kinetics, which is concerned with the effects of forces and torques on the motion of bodies having mass. So if I simplify is when the object is moving. What is that? The object is moving, that's called dynamics. There are many real-life cases which related to dynamics, such as playing badminton, basketballs, driving cars to Genting Highland, and even use the leg to step on two boots. Our real-life examples for this video is toaster. Yeah, I'm not selling it. This is mine. So this is already had many years and is still functioning well. Sorry. So we have a clip about this. So we have a clip about this case. So without further ado, so we have a clip about this. So we have a clip about these cases. So without further ado, let's get started.
If we borrow your toaster, we want to use it for case study dynamics.
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
Thanks.
When you are eating your bread toasted freshly from roti bakar, have you ever wondered the principle of dynamics that lies behind the toaster? In fact, for commoners, it is just a simple yet useful toaster. However, for us engineers, the toaster gives us an example which involves the principle of dynamics. In our assignment, we have chosen a pop-up toaster as our real-life dynamics case. Let's check out how dynamics can be applied in it.
At first, we measure the dimension and mass of a slice of bread, which is 0.105 meter times 0.1 meter and 400 gram respectively. Just kidding. How can a slice of bread be so heavy as 400 grams? So, it is 40 grams per slice of bread. After that, we put the bread inside the toaster. When the toaster is shift off, the bread sits with 2/3 of its length inside the toaster on the pop-up toaster by depressing its slider. This action causes the slices of bread to be drawn downward into the toaster between the heating elements, and also extends a spring at each end of the toaster. When the toast is ready, a pair of triggers releases both springs at each end of the toaster simultaneously, which in turn provide an impulse to the toast so that it pops out. Now we want to calculate the force that must be applied to the slider of the toaster, so that the toast pops up but just does not come out of the toaster when the toast is ready. In this case, we will neglect the weight of the mechanism and assuming there are no losses on it. Besides, we also redesign the toaster which is slope rotated outwards, so that the plane of the slide is at 60 degrees to the horizontal tabletop and 2 additional identical springs are fitted. So we are going to identify how far away from their respective slopes will the slices land. if the effect of the shape of light is neglected. In this case, the table height is given, which is 0.35 meter.
Coming to the solution for part A, since the toast pops out but just does not come out of the toaster when it is ready, we can assume that the minimum depth of slot is approximately equal to the length of a slice of bread, which is 0.105 meter. We can solve for the velocity of bread when it pops out from the toaster by the formula given here. At the highest point, dy equal to 0 and s0 equal to 0. By substituting all the values, the velocity should be 1.44 meter per second. Next, we can calculate the kinetic energy received by each slice of bread from the spring during launching by using the formula Ke equals to 1 over 2 mv squared. After solving, we found that the kinetic energy is 0.041 joules. After that, work done on the spring to store 0.041 joules of energy is calculated by the formula Ke equals to work done equals to 1 over 2 Ft, in which F is the force applied and moved through a distance d. By looking at the diagram provided here, since the bread is 2 over 3 within the toaster after it was baked, the length of compressed spring is 1 over 3 of the height of toaster. After the bread is ready, the spring will extend, enabling the bread to be fully exposed out of the toaster before returning to its resting position. Thus, the extension of spring, which is equivalent to the distance travelled by the force applied, is 2 over 3 of the height of the toaster, giving a value of 0.07 meter. By rearranging the work done formula, and we can easily calculate the force applied to the slider, which is 1.17 Newton for each slice of bread. Thus, for a 2-slice toaster, the force that needs to be applied is 2.34 Newton. Let's look at the free body diagram of the bread when it pops up from the toaster. The normal force is always acted towards the bread, and so we draw the arrow to be pointed outwards. The force applied is also directed outwards due to the motion of the bread, while the weight force is directed downwards. The kinetic diagram is constructed by looking at the direction of acceleration. When the bread is ready, it will pop up from the toaster, thus its acceleration is directed outwards. So an arrow indicating F equals to ma is drawn outwards.
For question B, this is a free body diagram. With the additional springs, kinetic energy delivered to each slice of bread is 0.082 joule. The initial velocity of the bread that flies off from a toaster can be calculated using the formula Ke equals half mv squared, and we will get V equals 2.02 meter per second. By knowing the initial velocity, we now can find the vertical and horizontal component of velocity. So, Voy equals 1.75 meter per second, while Vox equals 1.01 meter per second. The time of flight can be calculated using the formula y equals y0 plus Voyt minus half gt squared. We will get two values of t, which are 0.4996 second and negative 0.1428 second. Since the time cannot be negative, so we ignore the time with negative value and choose the positive one, which is 0.4996 second. The distance traveled horizontally by each slice of bread away from toaster can be calculated using the formula Sx equals S0 plus Voxt, and we'll get Sx equals 0.5 meter. For question B, this is a free body diagram. While drawing the free body diagram, we treat the bread as a particle, so I draw a circle here. The bread has an initial velocity v, and it is 60 degrees to the horizontal tabletop. The height of the table is given, which is 0.35 meter. The horizontal distance traveled by the bread is labeled as Sx.
Through this assignment, we have a better understanding about the operation of pop-up toaster, which involve dynamics. We are also able to learn dynamics principle not only from textbooks, but also included in everyday life applications.
Are you enjoying the clips? I hope you haven't fallen asleep. This clip is to prove that the dynamics happens in the toaster by changing the angles. But usually we won't do it lah. We just pop up and eat it. If you enjoyed my video, just give me a like and please don't subscribe my channel because again, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. Stay at home, follow SOP, wear mask when you go out, wash your hands frequently. So if you do that, you might get avoid from the COVID-19. If not, they will find you. So thank you, bye.
However, they didn't expect that this will happen. Devlin, Jingwen, and Heyy used it after they did their part for the video, but did not tell Terrence that they used it purposely to make food. Then, the toaster suddenly exploded. Luckily, they do not injure themselves, but had lost a toaster. No ending, like you all imagine. That you all to imagine.
Still functioning well.